Okay, now I'm going to show you how to construct your mini potato cannon. The items you'll need are some sort of pen. I usually use a fine tip marker that I find works the best. A pill bottle. A long nose barbecue lighter, the one with the sparker inside. And electrical tape. Now, things that you need to assemble it are hot melt and a Dremel tool. It's the quickest way for making your holes in your pill bottle for your barrel and everything. Now to start, I'm going to use the barbecue lighter, and the sparker is inside here. So you're going to have to pull off this black thing and then take out the 2 screws, or however many screws there are, and then you're going to want to just pop off the top. Then here's what the inside of your barbecue lighter should look like. There's your fuel, there's all your hoses and random stuff, and right here is your barbecue lighter, or the sparker. And you're going to slide that off, and then pop this end off, open it up, and there's the end of one of your wires. And then you just pull that little bit off. And then there's one bit of your wire. And then on the bottom is the other piece. And then with the pill bottle, you're going to want to drill a hole in the front here and 2 smaller holes in here for your thumbtacks and your barrel. Now you're going to want to try to find a Dremel bit that is about the size of your pen. This one's a bit bigger, but I'll just stop as I get about here on it. So you're going to want to drill your first hole in the bottom. Okay, now that's a nice tight fit, and that's what you want. Next, you're going to want to disassemble your pen by popping out the ink cartridge so you have a straight tube. And this is going to be your barrel. And the next thing that you can do if you want is you can put the barrel in. I usually let a little bit inside. And this is where you're going to want to use your hot melt and cover the top here all in hot melt to make sure it makes a nice tight hold. Now once the glue is set, it should be nice and rigid. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is grab your thumbtacks. Grab your 2 thumbtacks. So then you can find 2 places where you want to put them in. Now you can either try to push them in like this, or you can drill holes with your Dremel tool. And you want to try to make it so that they don't touch, but they're really close. And something like that should work well. Now we're going to go back to the barbecue sparker, which you got out of your lighter at the beginning, and the 2 wires at the end. Let's see if I can get that in focus. Just these 2 wires you're going to attach to the 2 thumbtacks just by pulling them up a little bit and then taking the end of them and wrapping them around. So it looks something like that. You're just going to push it back down, then do the same on the other side. And when you're done, you should have something like this. And then just insert that into the other hole. So then you have something that looks like this. Next thing I usually do is chop off the ends of the two thumbtacks with a Dremel cutting tool, like this one. This is just a saw, it's just one of the saw-off discs. And when I'm done, I'll be right back. And when you're done, it should look something like this. And now I usually put glue in underneath each of the thumbtacks, just to make sure that they hold, so they hold tight and they don't come loose. And that's as much as you do for the ignition. Sometimes I just put a little dab on top, just in case a little bit of the metal thumbtack is showing, so you don't get a shock. Now next you grab your electrical tape, and you now wrap all of this in electrical tape. Okay, now that you have it wrapped, it should look something like this. And I also wrapped the sparker, and I put a dab of hot melt on the top so it's easier to push down on, so it's not like a hard, sharp plastic. And now you're basically done. All you need is your cap, you put that on the back, you put whatever you want down the barrel, put a little bit of axe, and spark it up. On the spark inside, looks like that. Should be a blue spark that you see. That should light it up the best. And if you have any questions, comments, or if you think you can make a better one, do a video response or leave some comments in the comment section below. I'll also put all the materials that you need in the description over here, I believe. And I think that's everything.